Learn to Crochet Beginner Series. Today we're learning how to make a solid granny square. This is a classic square that can be made very small all the way to an entire blanket. Welcome back to Good Knit Kisses, where we stitch our love and love our stitches. I'm your host Kristen, and I'm going to be showing you a series of beginner crochet videos. This series is going to be in my style, and I'm so happy to bring this to you, so stay tuned for all the videos that are coming. As always, I suggest that you watch the video through the first time before attempting to get the idea and all the tips along the way. Then grab your yarn and hook and pause as needed to crochet along with me. Today we work on our solid granny square, and it's very similar to a classic granny square, and either one of these can be made into a small square or continue going into a larger blanket. So our last video was the classic granny square, and you can get that link to the video down below, as well as the pattern for this granny square. So beginning on this one, let's go into what we need to make the stitches here. So you're going to need to know how to double crochet, and I'll teach that here, as well as chain, and you'll also slip stitch, and we'll be working in the round. So this is going to start right here, and then we're going to go work all the way around in this direction and create the first round, and then we continue around for the second and the third, and then you'll see how it continues to develop. It's really simple to do. It's a favorite first type of granny square to work on. Let's begin with what you need to get started with. Today's yarn is a medium weight yarn, nice and smooth and light color so that we can see our stitches well. And working with an I-9 crochet hook, or 5.5 millimeter. If you change your yarn up a size, be sure and change your hook size as well. Let's start with a slip knot. I'm going to make mine the way I like to make it. Wrap my yarn around my finger a couple of times, lift the back loop over the front loop, and then do that one more time up and over the tip of my finger to create a loop. Insert my hook in and pull on it and have it nice and loose, and that will begin our slip knot. Now we're not going to count this knot on our hook. So we're going to wrap my fingers around here and hold on. And for slower stitches and tutorials, be sure and click that link for those. And I will go over the stitches you need here slow at first. So we're going to chain up. I'm going to chain by yarning over and pulling through 1, and do 2, 3, and 4. So chain 4, and then we're going to create a circle. So we're going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. You don't count what's on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert into that, stitch there, pull up a loop, okay, not very big, and then just pull right on through what's already on your hook. And then that creates a circle, and when I hold it up here, you can see how that's pulled back, and there's one more stitch underneath it. That actually will take you through the middle of that circle. And we're going to work in there in just a moment after we chain. So go ahead and chain up 5. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this chain will count as the very last double crochet in our round for round 1, and a corner, and the actual very last corner. So we're going to yarn over and make 3 double crochets into the center of this circle here. So we insert our hook after we've yarn over and pull up a loop, and now we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the next 2 loops. So you've got your first double crochet. Yarn over and do it again. So insert into that circle, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, and then one more, yarn over, insert into that circle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And as you see, now that you've done it, I didn't want to complicate it, but there's this little tail, and what I'm doing is I'm wrapping the yarn around this tail and the circle at the same time. So I'm just laying it over the top, and then whenever it goes in here, it just wraps the yarn around that tail. So later on, you could just clip it off and weave in just a little tiny bit on that tail, and you will be nice and secure. All right, so you can see this little part that's popped out. We're going to do one of those over here and make a corner. So how we do that is just chain 2. 1, 2. Now, if you did the granny square from the week before, you knew that on the corners we chain 3. On this one, we're making it a little bit tighter. So see how this beginning looks like this beginning, except it's actually going to pull the corners in a little bit tighter. So it's very similar to the last video for the center. I'll just leave this here as a reference to see. So here we go. We've got the next set of 3 double crochets. So we're going to yarn over and insert into that hole in the middle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Do that 2 more times. Yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, again, yarn over, insert, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then chain 2. 1, 2. That's a corner. I'm going to keep turning it. If you notice, I keep turning this because we're going in the round, and it's easier just to continue twisting it as you go, even on a small circle. I'm going to yarn over, and we're going to do that again 3 times. Pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. And we've got one more. Yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so you can see if I turn it this way, you can see that we've got a corner here, a corner here. We've got this beginning one that's a corner, and we need one more little corner here. So we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and I can see that I've got this part as a double crochet, and then I need 2 more to complete one of these sets of 3. So we're going to do 2 double crochets, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and 2, 1 more, yarn over, insert, pull 1 up, 2, and 2. And we need to fasten this together, and when we slip stitch it together, we're going to go up the 3rd chain. So we've got 1, 2, 3, insert the hook into that 3rd chain. You're going to have 1 loop on the bottom and 2 loops on the top, yarn over, pull up 1, and then fasten those together. So slip that over. So that's your slip stitch. So we have our corner now. So here's your 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. It might look a little round, but it will get straighter as we go. Ready to begin round 2. For the tail, just let it lay there until you're ready to weave in those ends later. And we're going to start round 2 by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're going to double crochet into this space here. If you notice, we have this chain that lines up with this post right here. Okay, so this one is going to, you'll see that it lines up with these stitches over here. And so when we hop over to this first corner, we're going to be working a corner, and that's this part right here. Okay, this will be our first chain that we're working on. We're going to work 2 posts, a double crochet, 2 chains, and then 2 more of these posts to make a corner. So double crochet into that corner twice, 1, double crochet again, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 2, 1, 2, make 2 more. We're still in that corner, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Do that one more time, yarn over, insert into the corner, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we've made that corner, and we're not going to chain in between. So if you watched last week, we're not chaining in between stuff, only at the corners. So if we look at our posts here, we're going right above them into the stitch. So if I pull this back, here is my double crochet. If you pull this back, you can see these 2 loops that are on the top. That's one part of that stitch, and then the under part here, this little stitch here. So we want to go in these top loops here into that stitch, and we're going to be creating a double crochet there. So we're going to yarn over, go into this stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we go to the next one, next stitch, yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 3 on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 1 more here, so we need to go into that stitch, yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So all 3 of these line up with these 3 here. And then we yarn over and we start crocheting another corner. So again, a corner is 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. So it's a row, part of the row patterning. So we're going to go in here, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert into the corner, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we want to chain up 2 for that corner. 1, 2. You can turn it and finish making your corner. We've got a loop here. We got 1 double crochet and another double crochet. I'm going to start speeding up my double crochets a little bit here. Okay, so we've got a corner. And now we can kind of go back on our work. I want you to notice where we have a corner. We have a corner here. Let's count how many posts we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 2 in each corner, and then we have the 3 in the middle. So we're going to go around, and then you should have the same amount of posts all the way around. So we've finished a corner here, and we want to go on the top of these over here. So we need 3 stitches. So yarn over, go into this stitch here, not over here, but this one. So we're not in the corner space. Just go right above where that 1 little stitch is. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Do it again. Next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet. Okay. And if you're not sure, just pull back your stitches and go, well, did I do that corner? I did 1, 2, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then now I'm ready for the next corner. Yarn over, insert into this space. This is the corner space. Pull up a loop, pull through 2 and 2, do it again. Pull through 2 and 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 more double crochet, yarn over, insert in the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, repeat, a double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now that's that corner established. We've got 3 more. Go into the space. Remember, pull back that first stitch. Don't jump over too far. Pull up a stitch, pull through 2 and 2, second double crochet. Be sure and pause as you need. I'm on the 3rd double crochet. Okay, so we're all the way around and we're almost done. We got our last corner to do. We've done 2 over here. We've got the 1, 2, 3 in the middle, and now we need the 2 left at the end of this row. 1 and 2. Part of it's in that corner. And then we make our corner 1, 2, and then finish the corner with 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and pull through 1 and 2. Okay, so we've got the corner. Now, if we look at our count, we've got this corner over here with 2, this corner over here with 2, and then we need to match up these 3, right? So we've already got this chain here. So we need to finish these 2 last stitches. So you have 1 double crochet in each of these last 2 stitches. So pull through 2 and 2, and pull through 2 and 2. And then we need to fasten it together as we did before. So you're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, into that stitch there. Okay, right in that chain, pull up. Oh, okay, I must have done this a little tight. So we're going to go into that stitch, into that. Okay, there we go. Yarn over, pull up, okay, and then go through. And we have, we've done a slip stitch here. So you can see we've got a nice little square forming, like just like that. Okay, so to continue on, it's the same thing. You're still going to chain up. So round 3 is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you'll see this continue on. So we add on every time it increases, and every time we increase by 4 on each side of each round. So right here, this one lines up with this one. So we know that we need to go into this stitch here and this stitch here before we go to the corner. So just examine your work before you move on, and then you'll be good. So we're going to yarn over, go into this stitch here. See that? Pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 and 2, one more into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 and 2. Now we're ready for the corner, and we can work all the way into that space. So yarn over, into the space, pull a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, another double crochet into that space, pull through 2 and 2, make a corner by chaining 1, 2, and now 2 more double crochets to complete that corner. Pull through 2 and 2, whoop, yarn over, pull through 2, 1, 2, pull through 2. Okay, and now we're going to continue going across. This is our first opportunity to see it all together. So we pull back our stitches, and you see that we're going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here before we go on. So we're going to yarn over into that stitch, pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Do that again, yarn over into the stitch, pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so I had 3 before. I add 2 each round, so 3 plus the 4 is 7, and that's why we have 7 across that I just counted. Yarn over, go through each of these stitches, and meet me at the corner. So if you need to pause your video. Okay. So I'm back at my corner here, and just to check your work, I'm going to show you how, if you need to go back and you go, oh, I've got too many in one space, or I skipped one. If you need to go back somewhere, just take your hook, and you can, now you've got this is the stitch for what you're on now, but this one right here is your previous stitch. That goes back 1 stitch, and then you can count them. Oh, I got to go back this many stitches, and you would put your hook in, okay, catch it, and then pull your yarn out. And it takes out those stitches for you, rather than let it go and then maybe you pulled it too far or something. All right, I'm going to go and catch back up. Okay, and now we're going to go into the corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, 2 double crochets. Oops. Okay, and then you're just going to continue on this row, making a corner and come all the way down to the end. I'll meet you after you've completed this corner down here, and I'll show you how we can continue on and also fasten off our work. See you in a moment. All right, we've continued down to this last corner, and I want to show you how to finish this off. And you can, of course, continue going. You already know how to chain and continue building up your stitches and making corners and going around. But this is how you would complete your project. So you end up at a corner. You want to go in and finish all your stitches across here. Remember to watch where the post is coming out of. So you won't go into this last stitch here, but you're going to go in through these. So the row that I'm on, I only have 4 left. Yours will have way more than that. We're going to yarn over, insert into our stitch there, pull through, do a double crochet, okay, do the next one, insert into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, again, through 2 and 2, and then I have one more. And then this is where we want to slip into this last stitch here. So we want to go into the 1, 2, so let's pull this back. We're going to go into the 1, 2, 3, go into that chain. Okay, we got 2 loops on our hook. Pull through, and then we're going to slip it. And then we have 1 loop on the hook. So we're going to get our scissors out and clip about a 4 to 6 inch tail, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through again. So I'm going to show you on this one. I've already clipped the yarn. So I've got this loop here, and we're just going to fasten it off by yarning over and pulling through one last time and tighten that up. And then we weave in our tails. I hope you enjoyed this video on the solid granny tutorial. Stay tuned for the next video on the corner to corner. Be sure and click to subscribe to get new videos in your inbox, and hit that notification icon so that you will know when they come out. I hope you have a great day and happy crochet. Thanks for joining us today, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. See you again soon.